Think, ABC having just paid $15 million for a defamation lawsuit would think not to engage.
Karoline Leavitt, a 27-year-old political figure with a sharp legal edge, has launched another defamation lawsuit against ABC's The View, following a $15 million settlement in a prior case. The new suit, described as massive in scope, targets the show's hosts and producers for what Leavitt's legal team calls a deliberate smear campaign disguised as daytime banter. The View, known for its outspoken panel and high-gloss drama, is now grappling with financial strain and backstage chaos as Leavitt's legal offensive intensifies. The spark for this latest courtroom battle stems from repeated jabs at Leavitt on air. The hosts, including Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar, have made her a frequent target, framing her as a political punching bag. Comments range from mocking her youth and inexperience to questioning her qualifications, with one host suggesting her role was secured because Donald Trump rated her appearance a 10. Another segment criticized her dismissal of wokeness, with Goldberg implying Leavitt's job exists because of past progressive activism. These remarks, Leavitt argues, aren't just snarky commentary, but a calculated effort to defame her character on a national stage. Leavitt's response is not emotional outbursts or social media rants, but cold, calculated legal action. Her team has meticulously compiled evidence, clips, timestamps, and transcripts alleging a pattern of targeted attacks. The lawsuit claims The View's hosts knowingly spread falsehoods, hiding behind the veneer of opinion to undermine her reputation. This isn't about hurt feelings, her attorneys assert. It's about a systematic campaign to portray her as unqualified and opportunistic. The legal filing seeks damages that could dwarf the previous $15 million payout, potentially threatening the show's financial stability. Backstage at The View, the mood is tense. Staffers describe a panic parade as producers scramble to manage the fallout. The show's once vibrant atmosphere, marked by sharp wit and bold takes, now feels brittle. Legal costs are mounting, insurance premiums are soaring, and advertisers are growing wary. Some brands, wary of being tied to a defamation scandal, have begun pulling back, leaving the show's budget strained. The snack table, once a symbol of the show's lively set, is reportedly reduced to bring-your-own granola bar status. Even guest bookings are drying up as the specter of legal trouble looms. The View's hosts, however, continue to project confidence on air. Behar's quips still land, though insiders say the humor feels forced. The show's signature banter, once a ratings driver, now carries a risk. Every word could be dissected in court. Producers are reportedly whispering about settlements, but Leavitt's team shows no interest in negotiating. Her strategy is relentless. Each lawsuit is a brick in a broader campaign to hold media accountable. She's not just suing The View. She's challenging what she sees as a liberal media ecosystem that thrives on caricature and controversy. Leavitt's approach is disciplined and strategic. Her legal filings read like a catalog of grievances, each backed by specific examples of alleged defamation. One clip features a host questioning her economic knowledge. Another mocks her as a mouthpiece for Trump's policies. These moments, her team argues, aren't isolated but part of a broader narrative to paint her as unfit for her role. By targeting the show's parent company, ABC, and naming individual hosts, Leavitt's lawsuit casts a wide net, signaling that no one is untouchable. The financial stakes are high. ABC's accounting department is reportedly reeling, with the memory of the $15 million settlement still fresh. This new lawsuit could push costs into uncharted territory, especially if it goes to trial. Insiders suggest the network is bracing for a payout that could force budget cuts, from promotional events to staff perks. The View, once a daytime juggernaut, now risks becoming a cautionary tale of media overreach. Leavitt, meanwhile, is thriving in the spotlight. Her social media presence has exploded, with each court filing generating viral traction. Conservative outlets have embraced her as a folk hero, a young woman taking on a media giant with precision and poise. Her feeds are a mix of legal updates and political commentary, turning dry court documents into engaging content. Donations pour in, and her follower count rivals that of established pundits. She's not just a plaintiff, she's a brand blending courtroom battles with political ambition. The irony is stark. The View, which often accuses Republicans of peddling conspiracies, now faces accusations of its own reckless rhetoric. The hosts have compared Trump to Hitler, mocked his policies, and dismissed his appointees, Leavitt included, as unqualified. Yet their own words are now under scrutiny, with Leavitt's legal team arguing that the show's commentary crosses into defamation. The host's defense that their remarks are opinion, not fact, may not hold up if Leavitt can prove malicious intent. The broader context adds fuel to the fire. Leavitt, a key figure in Trump's orbit, has made transparency and accountability her mantra. In press briefings, she's promised to call out fake news while ensuring direct communication from the administration. Her role as a spokesperson puts her in the crosshairs of outlets like The View, which thrive on critiquing Trump's team. But Leavitt isn't dodging the fight. She's leaning into it, using lawsuits as a weapon to reshape the media landscape. Conservative circles are rallying behind her. Pundits praise her as a new kind of warrior, one who fights not with sound bites, but with subpoenas. Her youth and Polish only amplify her appeal, making her a standout in a field often dominated by older, louder voices. To her supporters, she's not just defending her reputation. She's exposing a media double standard that mocks conservatives while cloaking itself in progressive virtue. The View, by contrast, is losing ground. Ratings, once a reliable strength, are slipping as viewers sense the show's vulnerability. The legal drama, combined with advertiser hesitancy, has created a perfect storm. Some speculate about host shakeups or even a full rebrand to distance the show from its controversies. ABC executives are reportedly in crisis mode, weighing the cost of fighting Leavitt versus settling quietly. But with Leavitt's team showing no signs of backing down, a quick resolution seems unlikely. Leavitt's strategy extends beyond this single case. Insiders say her legal team is combing through years of The View's archives, searching for other instances of alleged defamation. If successful, this lawsuit could set a precedent, encouraging others to challenge media outlets with similar claims. Leavitt's not just targeting a show. She's aiming at a culture of casual snark that, in her view, too often veers into character assassination. The public response is polarized. To The View's loyal fans, Leavitt is a thin-skinned opportunist weaponizing lawsuits to silence criticism. To her supporters, she's a trailblazer holding powerful media accountable. Social media amplifies the divide, with hashtags and memes turning the lawsuit into a cultural flashpoint. Leavitt's posts, sharp, succinct, and often laced with subtle shade, rack up likes and shares, while The View's attempts at damage control fall flat. Financially, the show is on shaky ground. Legal fees are piling up, and the loss of advertisers could force tough choices. A leaner budget might mean fewer high-profile guests or scaled-back production, eroding the show's glossy appeal. The once unassailable daytime staple now feels like a house of cards, with Leavitt holding the fan. Her rise isn't just about this lawsuit. Leavitt has turned legal battles into a platform, blending policy, personality, and litigation into a potent mix. Every court appearance is a media event, every filing a viral moment. She's not just reacting to The View's barbs, she's rewriting the rules of engagement. Where others might trade insults on air, Leavitt files motions, letting the courts do the talking. The View's hosts, for their part, remain defiant. On air, they frame Leavitt's lawsuits as overreactions, a conservative ploy to stifle free speech. But behind the scenes, the pressure is mounting. Staff morale is low, and the once lively set feels like a legal minefield. Even the show's signature coffee mugs, symbols of its cozy camaraderie, seem out of place in a studio bracing for courtroom fallout. As the case unfolds, the question isn't just whether Leavitt will win, but how much damage she'll inflict. A victory could redefine media accountability, forcing outlets to rethink how they discuss public figures. A loss might embolden critics, painting Leavitt as a litigious overreacher. Either way, she's already shifted the narrative, turning a daytime talk show into a battleground for larger cultural wars. For now, Leavitt is riding high, her legal crusade fueling her rise as a conservative star. The View, meanwhile, is scrambling to salvage its brand, caught in a storm of its own making. The irony is inescapable. A show built on bold opinions may be undone by the very words it wielded so freely. As Leavitt's lawsuits stack up, one thing is clear: this isn't just a courtroom fight. It's a masterclass in turning outrage into power, and Karoline Leavitt is writing the playbook.